John Michael Osborne was born on December 3, 1948, in the industrial city of Birmingham, England. Growing up in a working-class family, life was often tough. It was in his early school days that he earned the nickname Ozzy, a name that would one day become known all over the globe. Like many teenagers of his generation, he found an escape and a powerful new energy in the burgeoning rock and roll scene. The moment that truly changed his life came in 1963 when he heard the Beatles' hit song, She Loves You. The sheer excitement and melody of that track ignited a spark within him, inspiring him to dream of a life far away from the factory floor and a future filled with music. He left school at the young age of 15, taking on a series of difficult manual labor jobs, including a role in a slaughterhouse. This period of his life was directionless, and his frustration eventually led him into trouble with the law. A short stint in prison at 17 for theft was a harsh wake-up call, solidifying his desire to pursue a different path. Music was his only real passion, and he placed an advertisement in a local music shop that read, "Ozzy Zig needs gig." This simple notice would set in motion a chain of events that would forever alter the landscape of popular music and create a brand new genre from the ground up. In 1967, his ad caught the attention of bassist Geezer Butler, and together they formed a band called Rare Breed. Their journey truly began in 1968 when they teamed up with guitarist Tony Iommi and drummer Bill Ward to form a new group initially called the Polka Tulk Blues Band, which they soon renamed Black Sabbath. Inspired by horror films and the dark industrial environment of their hometown, they created a sound that was unlike anything heard before. With Iommi's heavy, down-tuned guitar riffs, Butler's sludgy bass lines, Ward's powerful drumming, and Ozzy's haunting, wailing vocals, they laid the foundation for heavy metal. Black Sabbath's impact was immediate and profound. Their self-titled debut album in 1970, followed by the legendary album Paranoid later that same year, unleashed a torrent of iconic songs like Paranoid, War Pigs, and Iron Man. These tracks became anthems for a generation and established the band as pioneers of a new, darker form of rock music. The band achieved incredible success, earning 5 consecutive platinum albums within just 3 years. However, the pressures of fame took their toll, and by 1979, Ozzy's escalating struggles with alcohol and drug abuse led to his dismissal from the very band he had helped create. After being fired from Black Sabbath, Ozzy Osbourne found himself in a deep depression, feeling that his musical career was over. However, he found a crucial ally in Sharon Arden, the daughter of Black Sabbath's manager. Sharon believed in his talent and took over as his manager, encouraging him to start a solo career. Together, they assembled a new band, and Ozzy roared back onto the music scene with his 1980 debut solo album, Blizzard of Oz. The album was a massive commercial success, driven by the phenomenal guitar work of Randy Rhoads and the iconic hit single Crazy Train, which remains one of his most beloved songs to this day. This new chapter was defined by both incredible success and shocking antics that cemented his Prince of Darkness persona. His follow-up album, Diary of a Madman, in 1981, continued his triumphant return, proving that he could thrive outside of Black Sabbath. His live shows became legendary for their theatricality and unpredictability. It was during a concert in Des Moines, Iowa in 1982 that one of the most infamous moments in rock history occurred. A fan threw a bat onto the stage, and Ozzy, believing it to be a rubber toy, bit its head off. This single act generated immense controversy and became a defining part of his public image. His personal life also entered a new and significant phase during this period. On July 4, 1982, he married his manager and savior, Sharon Arden, who would become Sharon Osbourne. Their relationship was a powerful force, providing him with stability while she managed his career with fierce determination. Together, they had 3 children, Amy, Kelly, and Jack. While their marriage was a source of strength, it was not without its own severe challenges. In a dark moment in 1989, under the influence of alcohol, Ozzy was arrested for attempting to strangle Sharon, an event that led to him spending 6 months in a rehabilitation facility to confront his demons. Despite these personal battles, Ozzy's musical output continued to impress his fans. He released a string of successful albums throughout the 1980s and early 1990s. In 1992, after releasing the album No More Tears, he announced his retirement from touring, believing his time on the road was over. However, this retirement proved to be short-lived. By 1996, he was not only back, but was innovating once again. He and Sharon launched Ozzfest, a traveling heavy metal festival that would become a massively successful and influential institution, giving a platform to both established acts and up-and-coming bands for many years to come. The new millennium brought an unexpected turn in Ozzy's career, transforming him from a heavy metal icon into a mainstream pop culture figure. In 2002, his family life became the subject of an MTV reality television show called The Osbournes. The series, which featured Ozzy, Sharon and their children Kelly and Jack, their eldest daughter Amy declined to participate, offered a surprisingly funny and endearing look at their chaotic domestic life. Viewers were captivated by Ozzy's often confused but lovable persona, a stark contrast to his dark stage image. The Osbournes became a cultural phenomenon and was MTV's most viewed series ever at the time, running until 2005. While he was becoming a television star, Ozzy never fully left his musical roots behind. The late 1990s and 2000s saw several reunions with his old bandmates from Black Sabbath. In 1999, the original lineup reunited to record a live album, and their performance of Iron Man earned them their first ever Grammy Award, a long overdue recognition of their immense influence. This reunion cemented their legacy, and in 2006, the ultimate honor was bestowed upon them when Black Sabbath was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, officially acknowledging their status as one of the most important bands in history. The reunions with Black Sabbath continued into the next decade, culminating in one final triumphant project. In 2013, Ozzy rejoined the band to record their final studio album, aptly titled 30. The album was a global success, reaching #1 on the charts in multiple countries and proving that their powerful sound was as relevant as ever. The album's lead single, God Is Dead, earned the band another Grammy Award, bringing their story full circle. Following the album's release, Black Sabbath embarked on a massive farewell tour titled The End, which ran from 2016 to 2017, giving fans one last chance to witness the godfathers of heavy metal live. Throughout this period of reunions and reality TV fame, Ozzy also continued to work on his solo material, balancing his commitments to his past and his present. His enduring popularity was a testament to his unique ability to connect with audiences, whether through the dark power of his music or the comedic charm of his television personality. He had successfully navigated different eras of the entertainment industry, constantly reinventing himself while staying true to the core identity that had made him a star. His journey was far from over, but these years solidified his place not just in music history, but in the wider cultural consciousness as well. In his later years, Ozzy Osbourne faced a series of significant health challenges that tested his legendary resilience. A serious fall at his home in 2019 resulted in a severe spinal injury, which required extensive neck surgery and left him in chronic pain. The following year, in 2020, he publicly revealed that he had been diagnosed with Parkin 2, a form of Parkinson's disease. These health issues made it increasingly difficult for him to perform. Despite these setbacks, his creative spirit remained undimmed. He released 2 critically acclaimed solo albums, Ordinary Man in 2020 and Patient Number 9 in 2022, the latter of which earned him 2 more Grammy Awards. Despite his physical limitations, Ozzy was determined to get back on stage for his fans. He made a triumphant surprise appearance at the closing ceremony of the 2022 Commonwealth Games in his hometown of Birmingham, performing Paranoid alongside Tony Iommi. However, the strain of his condition eventually became too much. In early 2023, he made the difficult decision to officially cancel all his future touring plans, acknowledging that he was no longer physically capable of handling the rigors of the road. It was a heartbreaking announcement for his millions of fans around the world, signaling that the end of his live performance career was near. But there was one final show left in him. On July 5th, 2025, Ozzy Osbourne took to the stage one last time for a historic farewell concert. He reunited with the original members of Black Sabbath at Villa Park in Birmingham, the city where it all began. The band delivered a powerful 5-song set that was hailed as a monumental moment in music history. Backstage, the event was made even more special when his daughter Kelly became engaged. It was a fittingly emotional and triumphant end to an unparalleled career in front of a hometown crowd. A final thunderous roar from the Prince of Darkness. Just over 2 weeks later, the world of music fell silent. On July 22, 2025, Ozzy Osbourne passed away peacefully at the age of 76, surrounded by his loving family. He left behind an incredible legacy, having sold over 100 million albums worldwide with Black Sabbath and as a solo artist. More than just a musician, he was a survivor, a television star and a cultural icon whose influence transcended genre. From the industrial streets of Birmingham to global superstardom, Ozzy Osbourne's journey was a testament to the enduring power of rock and roll. He was and will forever be remembered as a true pioneer of heavy metal.